What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Everton in both legs of the Europa Conference League semifinal. Things recently haven't been going the best for us. Saying that we haven't lost, but the results have not been great, and the injuries from the results have been almost as bad as they could be. Start off with Vizela. We won, but they're a relegation team, and we only won 1-0. And we didn't even... It wasn't like we created a buttload of chances and couldn't score them. We didn't do anything. We were barely in the game, and we luckily got the one goal. Absher in the 5th minute. But, we did have to rotate a lot because literally the entire team was exhausted. After this Dynamo game, everyone was tired. So, Sgaio came in, Segovia came in, Vinagre came in, Bragança came in, Absher came in, Castillo played on the wings with Plata, and Paulinho played up top. So, that's basically a B team. And we still got the win, so I can't be too upset. But then Benfica, we have played them 5 times this year. 5 times. From here, okay, well, let me select all of them. But from here on, we have played them. These are all games we played them this season. We've lost 2, drawn 1, and won 2. And in every single game, except for this 4-0 loss because we were down a man after the 5th minute, you can just write that one off. For these 4 games, we were better than them in every single game, significantly better. And we lost 1-3-1, and we just drew 1-1. And like I said, we were significantly better than Benfica. They didn't deserve to be in this match at all. We probably should have come back from that 4-0 down. We were that good. We created that much. We were not good. Our attackers were just god-awful. We got a goal from Inacio, so it wasn't even an attacker that scored for us. It's Inacio in the 49th minute. Of course, they get a penalty because we have to help them as much as possible. But, so yeah, their XG is inflated. They had nearly 0.4 XG from the match. That almost, I guess, a little bit more, 0.6. Because 0.8 XG is a penalty. We had 2.21 with 25 shots to their 8. But we could only put 6 on target. So, there's nothing I could have done this match. I helped them create 25 chances and 2.2 XG. 4 half chances. And the strikers were just god-awful. So I don't know why they just decide not to play well when they play Benfica, because obviously it's not anything they're doing. We're having a bunch of shots. We're just unable to put them on target. And the bigger problem from this game, with the 1-1 draw wasn't enough when we dominated them, we had to lose our best players. Actually, our 2 best players. Nuno Mendes and Gonçalves, both with red injuries. Gonçalves out a month, so he's going to be out for both of these games against Everton, which is just terrible. He might be back for the second game, but I don't expect it. Mendes, fortunately, was only a couple days. I don't know why he had to come out with a red injury, because it was a bruised heel. But that Pedro Gonçalves, he is our best player. He has been our best player this season. He is our best player. So to lose him for the biggest match of the season against a very good Everton team, things just continue to go wrong. We've been able to persevere through it with some really good results. Things have just been going wrong. And it didn't stop against Millicao. A 0-0 draw. But again, we wanted to get another sending off. Instead, we got 2. The second one was in the 92nd minute, so it's kind of inconsequential. But João Palhinha sent off after 33 minutes. Fortunately, this time it wasn't a straight red. The first time, I think, all this season, we've gotten a red from yellow card accumulation. But he has to get a second yellow in the 33rd freaking minute. And we just couldn't do anything after that. We couldn't do anything. A little bit of rotation. Castillo played a right back. Segovia, Vinagre. Because I had this Everton match coming up. So not only were we not putting out our strongest squad, we also obviously were losing our best player. Didn't have the choice to play him. Absher actually played well, but not only was it a rotated squad, we were down a man for almost the entire game. Now I'll show you something. In this stretch, if I can find it, from this Benfica match to this Millicao match, in this stretch, we have had 5 red cards. 5. Benfica again, Zagreb, and 2 against Millicao. In this stretch, from Portimonense, keep scrolling, to the beginning of the season, in this stretch, we had 1. And it was at the beginning of the season against Spartak Trnava. Must be the first leg. Yeah. Tabata gets sent off in the 35th minute. We had 1 in 3 quarters of the season. We've had 5 in the last quarter. I don't understand why, because the tactics haven't changed. No instructions have changed. Literally nothing has changed. They just decided they want to get a red card every single game. Especially, and they almost pinpoint it for all the important games. Obviously, for Millicom, not the most important, but we do need to continue winning in the league if we're going to win this league. But all the big matches, they've gotten red cards in. I don't understand. I literally don't understand. If that continues through these next 2 games, like I said, some of our biggest matches of the season, if that continues, we are not going to stand a chance. Especially without Pedro Gonzalez. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So I'm putting together a pretty strong squad for this Everton team. I have to. They're really good. This is our home leg. So our normal back line, everyone's ready. Everyone's fitting there. Midfield, both ready. Santos and Tabata, both playing. I mean, the only man we're missing is Pedro Gonzalez. But that is a very significant miss. The only worst injury I think we could have had is Thiago Tomas. But even Paulinho scored decently well when he's been given opportunities. So, I mean, I don't know. It sucks, but we've persevered through worse. Maybe we can do it again today. Hopefully we can do it again today. So let's get into it. The media have given you a lot of credit lately. So go out there and put on a worthy display. I know it sucks to be without Pedro out there, but treat this as an opportunity. An opportunity for each and every one of you to step up and make sure this team doesn't skip a beat. I want you to show me. I want you to show your teammates. I want you to show the fans. I want you to show the world what you're capable of. Where are you looking for improvements after a disappointing match against Famalicão last time out? I'm looking for us not to get sent off. You're in a much better form than Everton. Do you have to be wary of complacency? I don't pay any attention to form. They're a good team. We're going to have to work hard for our result. What does Antonio Adán mean to Sporting, and how important is he to the team? I've told him how much I need him. He's a fantastic footballer and so important to what we do. Let's see their form. So we've got 2 draws and 3 losses in our last 5. I mean, not great, but not bad form. No losses, most important. They have not been good. 3 losses, 2 wins. They've got Marcus Edwards, the former Portuguese, not Famalicão. Where was he at? Not Belenenses. Guimarães. That's it. The former Guimarães man. So, man we've seen before in the league. He's going to be starting on the right wing for them. They've got a strong squad. Yerry Mina, Holgate at center back. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a very good striker. A very good striker. Is Godfrey playing in midfield right now? Looks like Ben Godfrey might be playing in midfield. That is interesting. And we're going to get the ball here. Mendes down this left-hand side. See if we can create something, from 10 minutes in. I don't think either team's really done much. Only been 1 shot and it's ours, but we give the ball away in a terrible position, and now we have Calvert-Lewin running at us. That's the last thing I want. Maybe him or Richarlison. I don't want either of them running at us. They're very good players, very good on the ball, very good physicals, and they score a goal. Richarlison might be offside. I'm not. If you were to make me make a decision right now, I think he was off. I think he was slightly off, but we'll see. It's Calvert-Lewin to Richarlison, and it is not a goal. So I was right. I thought he was off. It looked off, and he was off. It was pretty close, though. Yeah, he's definitely offside. So right decision. But nothing's really happened in this game through 15 minutes. 1 shot, and it's ours. Possession, a little bit towards Everton. And we're going to have another highlight. Pickford clearing it long, but only as far as Tabata, who picks it up and runs down this left-hand side. He's got Nuno Mendes cutting inside of him, providing an option. He goes all the way across to Tomas, but he can't get it under control. And they're going to get rid of it. So still, not much has happened. And another highlight starts with our goal kick this time. Tomas, not the ideal player you want to aim for. So he does... We do get it eventually. He does not quite win the header. It does go to one of their players. This is what we want to use Tomas for. Balls over the top to put him through on goal. Use his extremely good pace. And he rounds the keeper. And we have a lead against Everton in 23 minutes. It's only like our second shot of the game. But Tomas does not make the mistake. Nice ball over the top. A great first touch there to round the keeper. Keep it away from the defenders and around the keeper at the same time. Tremendous play by Thiago Tomas there. And he gives us the lead. And the highlights do not stop. Another goal kick from us. Another one targeting, actually, Abisher this time. I haven't told the goalkeeper where to go. Maybe I should, because those balls are pointless. We're never going to win a header against a center back. Tomas is never going to win that header. Abisher is never going to win that header. Pedro Gonzalez, when he's back, is never going to win that header. So I think we have to go short. Do I have us actually? I don't think I've said anything, have I? No, just to distribute quickly. I don't know. I might tell them to go to fullbacks or probably fullbacks. Because, yeah, that kicking along does not make sense. But Tomas again, ball over the top, through on goal. Can't quite round Pickford this time. Pickford makes a good move to stay in front of him and a good save to keep him out. 27 minutes in a 3-minute time period, we almost had 2 Thiago Tomas goals. 2 very good balls through. And 30 minutes in, and it's still 1-0. And we're going to have a throw-in down this left-hand side. We've got Ignacio in the box. That is why you put center backs in the box for long throws, or just for throws. We actually do we do short throws, so we can get balls in the box like that. He throws it into Abisher, who plays it back to Nuno Mendes, left-footed, first time, Ignacio, back post. If you don't have a long throw taker, that is how you get goals from throw-ins. That is how you do it. 41st minute, that second goal is huge. We can stay strong defensively. We could be in a very good position going into the away leg. I still think we might need more, because this is Tomas threw it again. I don't think he's going to have the angle, though. But he does! I mean, Pickford's got to be doing better there. It was the same as the second chance that Tomas had that Pickford was able to save. It's pretty much the same angle. You can't be beating at your near post there. Nuno Santos, back to Mateus Nunes. I think that's Nuno Santos that made the pass over the top. I'm not positive, but gets around the keeper, and yeah, you got to be better at your near post there. But that is huge. 3-0 now, going into the first half. Very good start. 6 shots on target. I mean, we deserve it. Almost 3 XG. We've been very good. Everton have done absolutely nothing. What a start. You might be winning, but that could all change if you let your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. If we can score 3 goals in the half, Everton can score 3 goals in the half. We need to make sure we're on top of our game from the whistle blows to start the second half to the whistle blows to end the game. 62nd minute, not much has changed so far. Neither team has really actually gotten many shots in this half. That's how the first half started. And we scored 3 goals to the end. We do have an injury to Bruno Tabata, so I think I'm going to have to take him off. It's a pulled hamstring. So that's pretty significant. I don't want to risk him. With all the other injuries we've got, I can't risk him getting injured too. Severely, at least. He might be injured for maybe a week. Who knows? Pulled hamstring could be bad. So, I mean, if he goes down, that's literally our 2 best players. Maybe first and third, because Tomas has been really good. But 2 of our 3 best players would have gone off. That would suck, especially for the second leg. I mean, we're in a good position. We don't need to score, but I still want to score. 75th minute, time to make a few more subs. Still no highlights. But it's looking like we might play Trabzonspor. They are 3-0 up over Nice. So that's pretty huge. I mean, if I had to, I don't know. I'm not sure really which team is better. It's hard to say. I mean, based on that, you would think Trabzonspor. But in terms of substitutions, Abisher, Santos, Tomas, all very tired. But we don't have another winger unless we play Castillo on the wings. So we could do that. And Santos is on a yellow. I don't know if it's a good idea to replace both of our wingers, but Abisher's not having the best game. Only option there, I guess I could bring in Nunez at attacking field and bring on like Bergancha. That helps us be a little bit more defensive. Saying that, I think Abisher's actually better defensively than Nunez. So he's not playing well, though. Tomas is on a hat trick. I'm not going to take him off. I am going to take off Nuno Santos, and I might take off Abisher here in 10 or so minutes, maybe even less than that. Steele on the right wing as a winger. Platz on the left wing as a winger. I'm not going to waste time. I want to score another goal. Still no highlights. Not a single highlight this second half. And it's actually been pretty even. 7 shots to 6. Just neither team has had a great chance. I mean, Everton haven't had a shot on target. We've had a few, I think. Our XG is up to 3.48. So, again, we're underperforming our XG. And I'm actually going to substitute Abisher for Tavara. So I'll accept that from the dugout. And see if we have another highlight, a single highlight in this entire second half. There is not going to be a highlight. Not a singular highlight in the second half. And I don't hate it. Obviously, I'd like to score another goal, but 3-0 is a pretty good position to be working from. So I'm okay with that. 3-0 win at home. Everton don't score. Going into this match, if you offered me that, I would have taken it. I would have bit your hand off for it. Good result. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. To score 3 goals and not concede against a team of that caliber is extremely impressive. But we need that again in the second leg if we're going to have a chance to get into a final. Morale seems really high right now. How far can it take you? If we can build on these good times, I'll be very happy. Good morale is so important. You must be delighted with that performance and subsequent victory. We played some lovely stuff. It was a joy to behold at times. Very good play. Trabzonspor got a fourth, but Nice did get one back, so it's a 4-1 advantage to Trabzonspor. We have a 3-0 advantage over Everton. Could be Sporting Trabzonspor in the final. That would be interesting. I would make us favorites for that. Bruno Tabata out 8 to 10 days. Not as bad as I thought it could be, but it still might be just long enough that he misses the second leg. That would not be great with already losing Douglas Costa. So, we haven't been in a great position there, but got a game in between. Hopefully no injuries in this next game. I will rotate. It's against Rio Ave, who are in 8th place right now. So I want to put out a pretty decently strong squad. Obviously, we're missing some players to suspension because of sending offs, and Gonzalez, Bale, and Costa are all out. Ugarte not quite back either yet. So, I don't know. I want to win this match, but I really want to play a strong squad against Everton. Even though we have a 3-goal advantage, I'm not going to take it lightly. It's away against Everton. If we had a 3-0 away advantage, I'd be a lot more comfortable, but I don't know. Who knows what could happen in the second leg. I want a strong squad for it, so I'll probably do half starters, half backups for Rio Ave, and maybe rest the rest of the players for this Everton match, but I'll see you when we get to the fourth. And we are back for the second leg of the Europa Conference League semifinal against Everton. Got a 3-0 advantage after the first leg, but this is away. We played one game in between, and we might have seen the start of the collapse. We lost. Our first game lost in the league in a long time. Since Porto in October, we lost to Rio Ave. And the fact we're competing on two different fronts, obviously I want to win the Europa Conference League, but it is seriously harming our chances of winning the league. Because I had to rotate. Our team was exhausted. And I had to have some good players for this Everton match. And the one, originally I rested our entire attack, but then I was like, I can't do that. I have to have at least one starter. So Nuno Santos started. And he was the worst player on the pitch. He was god-awful. And no one else stepped up to do anything. It was the worst performance for our team this season. We were still better than Rio Ave. We still had more XG, more shots on target. But, of course, they scored their first shot on target. And we just couldn't create anything. We couldn't do anything. We were terrible. Still there's some strong players. I think Caceres, Adon in goal was awful. Nuno Mendes was actually the only good player on the pitch for us. Mateus Nunez started and didn't do anything. Like I said, Santos was the worst player on the pitch. Paulinho was god-awful. Tomas came in and did nothing. Plata was god-awful. And, of course, we got 2 more injuries, which is just so awesome considering we already have, 5. So, in terms of depth at wingers, and even the starting wingers for this game, we are not in a good position. We are starting Ruben Vinagre on the left wing. Not ideal. Santos is the only other winger we have, other than Castillo, who can play on the right wing. Our only natural winger that isn't also a fullback is Santos. Of course, Abshire has to play. Gonzalez is not ready. Our defensive midfield, fortunately, is at full strength. So I do think that's actually more important than a full strength attack, considering we have an advantage. But we have no backup attacking mid. We don't have a single player that is fit, other than Mateus Nunez, who's starting, that can play attacking mid. So Ugarte, even though he can't play it, is going to be the backup for that position. And Neto come in. He actually played last match as well as that anchorman, because I run to Respolina, and Ugarte was still injured. We didn't really have anyone else. Everyone was either tired or injured, so Neto can kind of play that defensive mid. He's actually not bad at it. He's much better at that than he is at center back. So he's on the bench as an option today. Other than that, it's a relatively strong bench. Obviously, no Gareth Bale. He's still injured. No Douglas Costa. He's still injured. No Tabata. He's still injured. No Gonzalez. He's still injured. No Tavara. He's still injured. No Plata. Good Lord. Everything that could go wrong in the second half of the season has. And yet we've still been able to persevere through it and give ourselves a good chance of winning both the league and the Europa Conference League. It's a miracle we are doing this well. An absolute miracle. The amount of red cards, the amount of injuries, the amount of penalties we've given away. It's a miracle we're in this position. Because we have tried to lose both competitions almost every single time we touch the pitch. We just can't do that today. We can't lose a man. If we get a red card, we are in a terrible position. Especially if we get it early. So we can't get a red card. We can't play like absolute garbage because Everton can come back. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a very good striker. Richarlison is one of the best wingers in the world. So we got to be good. We got to be as good as we did in the first leg. I'm not sure whether we will be. We cannot allow complacency to undo all the good work done in the first leg. Go out there and treat this as if you're starting from scratch. Put that last match behind us. That wasn't us. If you go out there and give your all for every second of this match, all 90 minutes, then no matter the result, I'll be pleased. Do you think the first goal here will be crucial? We like to play with positivity and make sure we're giving ourselves the best chance of a win. Do you hope your team can produce today? If you play to the levels I know we're capable of, we'll be fine. Can you talk about why Ruben Vinagre looks set to play in a different role today? There's no one else to play there. I think he has the quality to adapt his game for the good and the team, and that's an incredibly valuable trait. He might actually be better at left wing because he's not very good defensively. Yeah, that's a really strong team. Godfrey and Mina at center back. That's very scary. If we can score 3.5, with our terrible form especially, they can score 3.5. So we have to be on the best of our game from the off, because if they get an early goal, I will start to sweat. 11.5 minutes in, and it's our first highlight, and it's starting with us from a throw-in, which means our center backs are in the box, but instead we find Thiago Tomas, who actually gets his head on it, but he puts it just wide. Not the best header of the ball. I prefer to look for Gonzalo Inacio in there, but all right, that's all right. If we do look for another center back to replace Caceres and gashed up our leg for Mendez, that is awesome. If we do look for a replacement, I think I want somebody that's really good in the air, because Inacio's pretty good. He's actually got more goals than I expected. But if I can find another monster like Coates was, that could be really dangerous. I think that could really help us out, because we don't have, other than Paulinho, we don't really have another goal-scoring threat in terms of aerially in the team. 40th minute, we have a corner, and it's going to go, I don't know who got his head on it. Might have been Caceres. But, again, off target. We need to take advantage of those. It's going to go into halftime 0-0, though. I would have taken that. Coming in this match, knowing we have a 3-goal advantage, away from home against Everton, while we're in pretty bad form, I would have taken that. But we still need to be better in the second half. I am not happy with your performance out there. There was way too much walking around, and that will not cut it in this second half. Everton are going to be throwing everything forward to try to score some goals. So we need to raise our game. We need to be strong defensively, and there will be some opportunities to hit them on the counterattack. We are 45 minutes away from a European final. Play like it. First highlight of the second half comes in the 50th minute, and like a lot of highlights recently, comes from a throw-in. I don't know who they would have considered to be offside there. Who was supposed to be offside? Because Tomas didn't look anywhere close to it. And I don't think anyone else is really interfering with play. So we'll see what the result is here. It is awarded. I figured it would be because I didn't see anything wrong with that. It's another throw-in, crossing the box, and it's actually Tomas. Oh, did not? I guess they were seeing if Nacio would have impacted the play, which, he definitely did. He went for that ball. It should have been on that first ball, and there should have been from that header. So I don't know why they marked it there from the original cross, because that doesn't matter. After Tomas gets his head on it, that's when we need to know if he's offside or not. And he wasn't. He was interfering, but he was not offside, so legitimate goal. At least they counted for us. At least they didn't steal that from us. We now have a 4-goal advantage, though. But Everton are going to attack. They're going to attack like crazy. They need 4 goals. We need to be very strong defensively. We need to hit them on the counterattack. Davies threw on goal. Or Unas. I don't know why I said Davies. Unas threw on goal. And he scores. Left-footed volley into the top corner. They get one back. They still need 3, but they can do it. They definitely can do it. Aguilar completely falls asleep, and he gets behind him, and Adon doesn't really stand a chance there. Richarlison got injured. That's actually huge. Nice have a 1-0 lead over Trabzonspor, but that's not enough for them either. Santo, another winger injury. Stub toe. You're fine. But still, all of our wingers are injured. Every single dang one of them. It's ridiculous. Everton have actually been the better squad this game. Just slightly more XG, but they've had more chances, more shots on target, more possession. Not significant for possession, but I mean, they've destroyed us this second half. Absolutely destroyed us. 6 shots to 2. I need to make some changes. I'm going to put Nunez on defend. I'm going to move Vinagre to defensive winger. Maybe not on defensive winger support. Obviously, he's very good at that role, being mainly a fullback. Mendez is going to drop down to support. I'm actually going to switch to cautious. I'm not going to switch to our second formation because, or do I? Do I sit deeper? I don't think I want to sit deeper against Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's so good in the air. They would just absolutely whip in crosses, and he's going to win them. Ignacio is the only chance we have of him not winning that cross. Caceres isn't going to win a header with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So, yeah, I don't think I want to lower the line. I want to keep it high, really push on their back line. Any other subs? I mean, everyone's exhausted. Santos also obviously has that injury, but it's not significant, so I don't think I'm going to take him out. I am going to take out Nunez, though. On a yellow and playing like garbage and tired. Bergancha is better defensively, so he's coming in. Any other subs? I mean, Abisher's not played well, but we don't have another attacking midfielder, especially taking Nunez off. We don't have another attacking midfielder on the team right now. I'll just make the one change, 72nd minute. I kind of want to use these subs for wasting time. Saying that, I'm going to start wasting time a little bit. Got a 3-goal advantage still, and it'd take a lot for them to come back, but they've been very good this second half. 80th minute, though, and there's going to be a highlight. I was about to make some changes, but Caceres has been god-awful. He does win that header, though. Abisher, back to Bergancha. I kind of understand why we're struggling to score without Pedro Gonçalves in there, because he's our second best attacker right now. But, I mean, Tomas has been terrible. He's done nothing. So, I mean, I don't know if I can really blame that on not having Pedro Gonçalves, considering Abisher should actually be better for him, considering he's a playmaker. Subs, I'm not going to risk Santos. I'm going to take him off. And we get more defensive by bringing on Byron Castillo. He's going to also move to defensive winger support. I'm going to drop Abisher back as well. Roll. I'm still going to play advanced playmaker support, I think. Just a little bit deeper. I'm starting wasting time all the time now. I'm still going to go a higher tempo because I still want to score. I want to keep this team in good form, so I want to win this. I think it'd mean a lot to the rest of our season if we win this match. So I'm still going to kind of push for it. 3 minutes left. That should be that. We should be in a European final in my first full season at the club. It is kind of the weeniest European final, but I don't care. I do not care. We're in it nonetheless. Last sub. I mean, I think it's going to come down to who is the worst if they get injured. And it's probably either Nuno Mendes or Thiago Tomas, even though Tomas is not playing well. Tomas is on a yellow as well, so I'll bring in Paulinho. Put him on support so he drops a little bit deeper, picks up the ball, so we don't have an attacking midfielder now. We don't need to score, but yeah. How about defensively? See if we can hold on for these last 3 minutes, not concede. Looks like we're not going to. End up being a very close match. This is the first match where the opponent has had more XG than us since that 4-0 loss to Benfica when we were down a man after 5 minutes. Since then, we have been higher in XG every single match until this one. We did not play well. We just straight did not play well. It took a cross into the box and Thiago Tomas actually winning it. Or Ignacio winning it, not Tomas. Tomas put the ball in. It took another center back winning a header to get us a goal. That's not going to cut it in the final. That's not going to cut it in the final couple of games of the regular season, of the league season. We need to be better. First off, I want to congratulate all of you for securing a place in the European final. That's not an easy accomplishment. Saying that, I'm not happy with the performance out there tonight. If we play like that in the final, we will not be bringing that trophy home with us. I know we're getting closer to the end of the season. I know legs are getting tired, but that's the same for every team out there. The teams that lift these trophies, the teams that win their leagues, those are the ones that persevere through the tiredness. And I know you all can do it. Not many people would have predicted the Europa Conference League final place for Sporting, so how good does this moment feel? I'm chuffed. We might not have been everyone's favorites, but we had a quiet belief among ourselves that we could challenge. And look at us now. We were always confident despite moments where it looked far from comfortable. I'll be the first to admit we weren't comfortable, but we did get over the line. Did Everton's poor recent form give you the belief you could win? Form was temporary. Class is permanent. We knew this would be a tough match, and so it proved, but we deserved to win. 4-1 on aggregate, and we'll be facing Trabzonspor, who won 4-2 on aggregate over Nice. I'm confident. I think we are the better team. I wasn't sure about Everton. I think if any team was going to beat us, it was going to be Everton. And we won 4-1 over the two legs. So, saying that, if we played like we just did, we might lose. So we need to step up our game, especially for this end of the season. We've got big matches coming up. We can secure the Liga Portugal title, and we can win a Europa Conference League. Nuno Santos out 8 to 10 days. It's going to be close. I think he'll be back for the final. He might not be 100%, but we need him back. Just for depth of finishing, because he's not playing well. But we definitely need him because we're missing Douglas Costa. We need all of our wingers available to us. This is going to be a big match against Trabzonspor. And we've even got some other big matches that unfortunately, Nuno Santos is going to miss out on towards the end of the season. We've got 3 matches left in Liga Portugal. 3 not easy matches. Belenenses are 4th. Portimonense, that one we should win, 15th place. And Maritimo in 5th. So, not an easy run-in. 2 away games even. I think in terms of being able to win the league, probably not going to happen this Belenenses match. We need Benfica. They're only 2 points behind us, but we have a game in hand. So we need Benfica to lose their next match. They have 2 matches left. If they lose against Santa Clara, and we win, or draw, I think we win the league. No matter what the other 2 results are. But I don't expect them to lose to Santa Clara. They're 11th place, but it's still Benfica when everything's on the line. I think they're probably going to win that, so we need to win. We need to win. We can't really afford to lose games for the rest of the season. We can't really afford. We can afford to lose 1, I think, because we have that game in hand. We can lose 1 match, but I don't want to end losing a couple matches and sneaking across the line. I want to be confident, and I want to win this like we should. We deserve to win this league. We've been fantastic all season long. So now I just want to see our team step up and do it. Recently, it's not been great. Obviously, that first game against Everton, really good. But since then, that's the only game we haven't scored. We've scored more than a goal in about a month. Over a month. Obviously, losing Pedro Gonçalves is kind of a part of that, but he's only been out for like half of those games, if even that. We've just not been good enough. Just not at all. We need to step it up, because this is not a good run. This is not league winning run. This is not Europa Conference League winning run. We need to be better. Hopefully we will be. So next episode might be for Belenenses. Depends, because the Benfica match is actually before this match, so I'll know whether or not I can win it or not. It'll probably be Portimonense Maritimo, because I think this Portimonense match is the game we have in hand. And I think even if we lose against Belenenses, if we win, actually no. Even if we lose against Belenenses, I believe a win against Portimonense will win us the title. Or something like that. I'll know better when it gets to that time. So, Portimonense and Maritimo, probably going to be the next episode. When after that, a Europa Conference League final. Our first shot at silverware. Maybe second shot after we win the league, but our first shot at European silverware. I'm looking forward to that. We've done well to get to that point in this league, in this competition. We've done very well. So, I'll see you for that next time. That's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.